Happy Wednesday. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. My phone was not on silent, but hello. Hello. Did I wake you up? Apologies, sir. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. For those of you who are new here, I'm Laura. We get together every Wednesday. We hang out. We have our tea. I actually have hot chocolate and tea. So, because I'm extra, I said to Alex, I want a hot chocolate, but I think by the time the stream starts, I'll want to have my tea. So he went out for a Timmy's run and he picked me up hot chocolate for now and then tea for after, because tea stays hot longer than hot chocolate. So good morning. I'm glad to have you all here. Glad you're here this morning. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to sit with me, come here. I'll catch you. Here, let me turn so you can see better. Here. There you go. My little athlete here. Let me just tilt you guys down so you can see him. Actually, I can even move back a little so you can see. Oh, good morning. Jeez Louise. So Frida, good morning. Nice to see you. Katina, I see you're here as well. Good morning. Dina, good morning. Chloe, good morning. Nice to see you. Purple Thread, good morning, Purple Thread. And welcome. And yes, Dina, I agree. Like, subscribe, and share the video. That's the best way you can help the channel grow, is by doing one of those three things. Or if you're sassy and extra fancy, do all three. Frida, I have a fever, but I'm doing better, and it's not the Rona. Good that it's not the Rona. Bad that you have a fever. I was in bed almost all day yesterday. I had this super weird thing going. Oh, Maddie's here too. Good morning, Maddie. Love your crochet sweater. Thank you very much. It's the first sweater I ever made, Dina, which is why it doesn't fit properly. Like, if you can see, the sleeves are like, technically they're too short. Anyway, oh, sorry, Madeline said that. Thank you, Madeline. So anyway, yeah, yesterday I woke up and I've been having issues for the last couple of life where my jaw, I like grind my teeth in my sleep, and I haven't damaged my teeth, but I wake up with like such a sore jaw, and I have a hard time staying asleep because it wakes me up with a tight, painful jaw. Yesterday I woke up and this whole half of my face, like this sort of a zone, was all sensitive to the touch, like very sensitive. Like it felt like a burn, or like if you had slapped it really, really hard, and how you don't want to touch your skin when it hurts. It was like a burn, and it was painful to touch. Oh, bye, Maddie, have a good dinner. And it was like, it felt like a bruise if I did this, but even like the peeling of my hand off of my face caused me pain yesterday. And it was all the way into my eye and behind my eye, and I was like, am I getting a migraine? What's happening? And then I was like, or is this just because I was grinding my teeth? So probably that. Even today, though, when I smile, this whole area, it's like painful. Ooh, that's exciting, Dina, an online store. That'll be fun. You should have one of those dental molds. Yes, I agree. I need to go and get a mouth guard for my teeth to try and have it not grind and not cause pain. So I was in bed much of yesterday because I had this headache all day. All day I had a headache, which was a major bummer because they can't do anything with a headache. It's just like, I'm not able to power through a headache. I hate headaches. So, that was a big chunk of my day yesterday. In the afternoon, when I was feeling better, I did some pottery baking. I took my clay and I made a couple of teeny tiny pots for plants that don't get very big, like my string of, oh, thank you, Dina. And hold on. Oh, Maddie said so too. Thank you. I appreciate that. My hair is short. It's gonna be short until it grows back. That's pretty much where I'm at. It'll grow. But thank you. I appreciate your compliment. But I made a couple of little tiny pots. Like this one, it has a hole in the bottom and I put 3 holes on the side so that it can be a hanging pot. It's not gonna hold anything large, probably my string of hearts. But yeah, I made a few of those. And I haven't put the holes in some of them yet. Like this one, I haven't put the holes in the bottom yet. This one has the holes. They haven't been fired either. They're early. Like they aren't even dry yet. You can get those at the pharmacy here for like 50 bucks instead of what a dentist would charge. Well, Frida, difference though is at a pharmacy you pay, at a doctor here you get it's covered as insurance. So since I have insurance, it would be, oh, totally, Frida, that would be so cute. A little avocado seed in there. Aw, that's a good idea. I have avocados in the fridge. I think that's a great idea. Oh, that would be so cute. Oh, and in the afternoon yesterday, I also dug a hole that was like 2 feet deep in my backyard, dug out clay and made more clay water, which hasn't been processed into clay yet or anything. It's just I got the first step done. Pretty much, Frida. I just have to get a referral from my GP to a dentist dealing with TMJ. The other thing that I was thinking that I've actually been like really considering, because Alex and I are like more financially stable than we've been in the last 5 years, I was considering finding a esthetician that does Botox or whatever they're called. It might be called a plastic surgeon. I don't know who does Botox, but whoever does Botox, and having them jab me in the face a few times. Because apparently they can paralyze that muscle. It won't stop you from being able to chew or anything. It'll just like stop it from being clenched when you're not trying to, and then it atrophies the muscle, so it weakens it, and then it can stop hurting, basically, is where I'm at. I'm willing to have someone inject poison into my face to make it not be there. Another thing that was fun that happened was I thought, okay, so it's dramatic, just follow me through the story, because like I'm a little bit of a dramatic person, if you didn't know already. So I have this like fear that, well, it's not a fear. It's not, as long as you're not in pain and don't damage your teeth. Well, I mean, the teeth, so far so good. I haven't damaged my teeth, but oh my God, Frida, the pain, it's like constant discomfort. And every time I'm just sitting still, my teeth, like I start clenching my jaw. And I'm like, no, like don't, I'm not stressed, just chill. Good morning, Alfie, nice to see you. So here's the dramatic story. I did a bunch of yard work last week because I do a lot of yard work. Hi, Diksha, nice to see you this morning. Oh, that's all right that you're barely even late. Everybody's still just filing in. Just don't forget to like the video and then I forgive your lateness. So, did a bunch of yard work. Cut my hands up, and you know nowadays it's very easy to figure out that you've cut your hands up. Like beforehand, a year ago, I wouldn't have even minded that I was dealing with my hands being chopped up. However, now, whenever you go into any store, you hand sanitize. So anytime I go anywhere, I'm like reminded how many cuts are on my hands from working out in the yard. Anyway though, woke up, like I worked too hard that day, and I cut a lot of branches with the clippers. I cleared a whole area of land. Like I just kept working because I was in a good mood and it was nice outside and the chickens were running around and they were enjoying their time. I was enjoying my time. So I did probably like 3 days worth of work into like one afternoon, and I just like kept cutting down branches. And we have a bunch of pine trees that are spruce, I think. I don't know. No, they're the ones that you make a fence out of, you know, the tall ones. Anyway, I was cutting the lower branches so that it was like a hedge, just making it pretty, and pulling out all of the brush in the edge of the backyard because I want to move the chicken coop area underneath all of these trees, because every time I let the chickens out, which is every day, they free range now most of the day. And in that time, they mostly spend their time underneath 2 treed areas. Like they just sort of like, they do their dust baths and they kick around through the dirt, but they hang out like mostly underneath the trees. That's just where they seem to like to go. So I thought, why don't we just make their home like under a bunch of trees, you know what I mean? Did all of that work and then tired myself out, so I went to bed, woke up the next day in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m, with my hands completely numb, like fully asleep, not like pins and needles, like dead hands. And I woke up, I got up, I went for a walk, and I was like shaking my hands out, trying to get the feeling back into them. And I couldn't get the feeling beyond my wrist. Like everything beyond my wrist was it felt really fat. Does that make sense? Like it was very dumb, numb, and fat is how it felt on both my hands. And I was like, I have MS. That's what it is. For those who didn't know, MS is in my family. It just sort of travels in my family. It's been in a few people along the way. And it's one of those things where I know that it's like 1 in 3, something like 1 in 3 who in a family, there was some statistic somewhere at some point that I read. I can't give you proof. I can't give you my follow-up information because I don't know if it's even real anymore. It's just what's in my head now. That it's like 1 in 3 people will get it, or 1 in 3 women who have it in their family. I don't know what the statistic was, but apparently it sat with me because it's 1 in 3, and I have 3 sisters. So it's like been in the back of my mind my whole life, just kind of like, which one of us is gonna get it? Hopefully. Honestly, my whole like youth, I was like, I hope it's me, like in my head, which is super effed up, I'm aware, but in my head I was like, I don't want my sisters to deal with it. I'd rather be the one that deals with it because at least I know how I would feel, as opposed to trying to understand how they feel with something like that. So far, knock on wood, hasn't happened. Nobody in our family, like in my age range, has been diagnosed, which is great. But I had a couple of years ago this thing where my feet were going numb, and I believed that I had MS, so I went through like a CAT scan, and I had a whole bunch of like x-rays and stuff on my head, and they looked at my feet, they looked at my spine, they looked at my head, and everything came back normal. It was just like, nope, you have tendinitis and it can make your feet go numb. Okay, cool. So I had a brain scan that went normal, everything came back normal, so the doctor said to me, like, I mean, at least if you develop it later, we'll be quick to catch it because now you have a brain scan of normal. So if you were in 10 years, let's say, having symptoms and they do another brain scan, they can compare it to this one and say, oh, it is different, or oh, it's not. So no big deal there. But I woke up and I was like, this is what it is, that's what I'm having. So obviously I Googled it and I was like, my hands are numb, do I have MS? And it was like, numb hands, specifically, the first 3 fingers usually is like a precursor to carpal tunnel. So I was doing this all day long, which is in like your wrist, working your wrist muscles. Called my doctor. My mom has carpal tunnel. She thinks I just have carpal tunnel, which is great. Basically, there is the carpal tunnel, which is in your hand, around your wrist bones. It's a tunnel that your nerve is in with a whole bunch of stuff all around it. It's not like a legitimate tunnel. It's like there's stuff all around the nerve and it makes it like a tunnel. And when all that other stuff swells up from being worked, it can lean on that nerve and can make your hand numb. It can make it feel like lightning in your hand, like painful. And it shows itself first waking people up, is what it said online. People will wake up with numb hands and try and shake it out. So good news, not a symptom of MS. Bad news, it means MS is still in my worry, which is a bummer that it's still like as part of my worry. Bad news, again, it looks like it's the start of carpal tunnel, which is a bummer because most of my handicrafts are finicky little hand things. So there's that. But now I've been wearing a wrist brace on my left hand specifically because that one's given me trouble in the past, like just pain. But now it seems if I'm doing anything for longer than like 15 minutes, my fingers start to go numb right now. So I'm taking it easy. Like, even if I were to be sitting here talking with you holding this for 15 minutes, this hand would go numb. Like, they're very weak right now. You've had that, Frida? While shearing the bunnies for hours with scissors. Yeah, like cutting, exactly, same sort of motion, right? The worst. So that's a bummer. And then pairing it with my head hurting all day yesterday. I was a mopey person yesterday. Rest your hands. Good luck with that, Frida. Like, what do I do? Everything that I do for fun, everything that I do for work involves literally from my wrist to my fingertips. That's like my whole thing. Lame. So, there's that. Oh, other news, which is in the title, taking the cat to the vet. Yes, Dina, I will be staying on top of it, don't worry. It said things that you can do, keep your hands and wrists warm, which is interesting. So that, and then also bracing my wrist. So that I sleep like this, like curled up into like both of my arms. I sleep like this, which is not good. You're supposed to sleep with your wrists flat. This is just lipstick. I was put lipstick on this morning. Checked my hand first. Right, work with your brain with mind bullets. Yeah, work with my brain. Mind bullets. I need to write everything down in real bullets. Getting caught up on things. Maybe you need a day of rest. LOL. No. Good morning, Amanda. So that's happening. So I'm trying to take it easy on my hands, but it's hard because there's a lot of yard work, and I really don't like monitoring Alex doing yard work. I like to do it the way I like to do it, and it's something I enjoy doing. So being like, I need all of this. I pulled out a huge, it's a song lyric, Tenacious. Work with your brain with mind bullets. Oh, it's a song. Okay. Oh, Tenacious D. Tenatios. Wow, good job, Laura. Tenacious D. Thank you. You can see my brain is not working mind bullets because I wrote in my head Tenatios, Tenacious D. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I pulled out, the pile of brush that I pulled out is taller than me and probably like, I don't know, 30 feet long. So 30 feet by 15 feet by 7 feet. That's how big the area is full of brush and sticks. And what I wanted to do after I piled it all up was break down the sticks. Aw, thanks, Dina. I think so too. It's a little messy on the floor. I know you can't see, but like it looks like this is a shadow, but this is actually like dirt. Because yesterday I was making pottery and I decided to do it on the white carpet because I'm an adult. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use the carpet cleaner to get that out because it's like it's just dirt, like, or clay. But thank you. And me too, Dina. I need to write everything down or I forget also. So, yeah, I wanted to break down all the brush into leaves, which would go into the compost, and then sticks, which we would put in the garage and then use as kindling, because it was all like, it's all pine trees and walnut trees back there. And everything that I pulled out was either dead or almost dead. So it would only take a little while to dry, and some of it was so dry it just snapped. So my plan was to like break them all down. But like, I had my plan, and my hands had another plan, and Alex has his own plans. He has his own goals and to-do list, and I now need him to take on parts of my to-do list because I can't do it right now. Because unless I had, I can't carry around a power tool right now. My wrists are like garbage. They're very weak. Like, I was saying to Alex, like, it's like my joints have just decided, oh, you're nearing 30, I guess you don't need us anymore. Both of my ankles are terribly weak, like just the worst. One of my knees, my left knee, I can't comfortably cross my legs on the floor anymore because I can't get up if I do that. I need like 5 minutes to straighten my legs out and then like meander my way up. Like it like makes me look at my knee like, really? Like, come now. So anyway, my left knee, both my ankles and both my wrists are both and my left side of my jaw. It's like anywhere where there's a main joint that you need for like life. Like I need my ankles to walk. I need my knee for just basic life, but including walking. I need my wrists to do any job, and I need my jaw to eat. Like they're a physical therapist, perhaps. Yeah, probably Frida. Although, like, honestly, what I want to just do is like go to a chiropractor and a masseuse and like sign myself up for a year for both. Like 4 chiropractor appointments and 6 masseuse appointments and just like book it and then just see like this time next year, am I better or worse? I honestly think that another thing that I've got to do is a little bit of muscle work. Like I need to gain muscle. I think that if I had stronger muscles in my legs, maybe I would be able to like accommodate for the fact that my ankles, like I hit any like hole while I'm walking and my ankle like it just like rolls right over. Like there's no stability. What I do that I find has been really helpful is I wear my ankle brace anytime that I'm going to be doing anything for a little while. It just like keeps my ankle at like a right angle, not quite a right angle, like it's not fully forced to stay that way, but it keeps it supported. And it really, really helps because it makes sure that my ankle doesn't like roll, because I don't look where I'm walking, I just walk because I'm me. And it keeps my ankle from rolling, which is like how I consistently hurt myself. Arthritis in your neck and jaws, oh God, that's awful. My ankles do that too. I get higher shoes for forest walking. See, that's a good idea too. I never have the trouble in the wintertime with my ankles because my winter boots are like structured all the way up to like halfway up my calf, right? Like they're like a strong structured boot, which keeps me like safe. But I think that what I need to have is like, you know, like work boots or hiking boots. I think that might need to be like my base shoe now. Because like I usually am barefoot in the summertime. Now I've been wearing shoes because the chickens are free ranging and you only need to step in a chicken poo like twice before you're like, oh, this is never what I want ever again. So what I have been doing is wearing like my garbage shoes, which are like the shoes that are breaking. You know, the ones that if you were going anywhere you would never wear them. Like they're the ones that are legitimately breaking, and in real life you would throw them out, but I live on a farm, so it's like they work to get from my house to the chicken coop to my house, my outside shoes. I started having numb arms and pain in my chest and shoulders. Oh my goodness. From what, Chloe? That's awful. Frida, I also taught Millicent to come, stay, sit when I fall over, since I fall over. Well, good that you taught Millicent. Lame that you fall over. Literally lame, because lame means you can't walk. LOL. Not actually LOL. I'm sorry that you fall over, but you know, like dark humor, LOL. My physical therapist just gives me shoe inlays. How is that going to help? Yeah, like you want me to do this in the morning? That's gonna do it? That's what I need? I don't know if that's what it is. Oh, hey, Sid, forgot what day it was. Well, good morning. Glad you're here. Glad you could make it. And it's Wednesday. It's every Wednesday, Sid. What are you doing? I'm just kidding, but glad you're here. Katina, Dina, I have arthritis in my spine. Ooh, in your spine? How do you, life? Why does this happen to bodies? Why are our bodies like this? It just seems incompatible with surviving. Like, I feel like I'm not young enough, like, I'm not old enough as an animal to die. Like, yes, obviously, like, humanity, we live until we're 70 something, like, age expectancy or whatever. But, like, if we were in the wild, I'd be done. Like, I can't do the things. I guess I'm a whammon, though, so I would be at, like, the camp, not a hunter. I would be, like making pottery and tying yarn and stuff. So maybe I'd be okay, but, like, in case of attack by a cheetah or a bear or something, I'd be left behind, I'm telling you. I'm breastfeeding my very large baby. Go to the chiropractor. I need to go back. Oh, it helped? It did help. See, I have like mixed reviews, and by mixed reviews I mean I've asked everyone that I know, how is a chiropractor, and everybody who's my age or around my age is like, it was great. I felt great. I liked it. It hurts, but it's worth it. Everyone who is in my parents' age group, so I'm gonna say anyone between the ages of 60 and over, has been like, don't go. It's quackery. They'll break your back on a garbage can. And I'm like, I don't think that's real. I think that's all in your head, people. Oh, if you go for one injury, you'll leave with another. If you go with no injury, you'll leave with a neck injury. And like, I crack my own bones. I just want someone else to put them all in the right order. And like the whole thing, like they're quacks, I don't think that's true anymore. I'm pretty sure that chiropractors in Ontario are doctors. Like PhD. I think MD, but I don't know. I wish not having a physical body was an option for life. I'd love to swish around like the wind. Hannah, I feel like relatable. I wish that that was an option. I wish that, or at least I wish it was an option like part-time. Like I like being in the physical world. I like having a physical body. I have much joy doing things with my hands. I just wish that there was like, you know what I wish? When my body was doing like it is right now and it needs like, let's say 6 weeks, because like when you hurt yourself it's 6 to 8 weeks, right? If for that 6 to 8 weeks I could like put my body in like a tanning bed of cryogenic healing and then just be the wind for 6 weeks, that'd be great. If we could like disconnect from our physical form in order to still exist without pain, that'd be great. It helped for me at least. For age reference, I'm 29. Okay, Chloe, I'm 28, so thank you. See, you're in my age range. You believe it's real. See? Laura, no package? Not yet, Frida. Although I am going to the vet with CJ today, so I'll call my mom and I'll see if anything came to her place, and if she did, then I'll go by there on the way home because I have to drop off a dozen eggs anyway. I'd love to be the wind when I'm depressed. Oh gosh, if I'm the wind when I'm depressed, I'd never come back. I'd just blow away. Yeah, still seems okay though. Can cause malalignment. Exactly, Sid. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. If they try to start selling you essential oils or something, or supplements or something, that's a big red flag. Yeah. Well, I found a couple through friends that seem legit looking. So that's my, I am intent, like I do have the plan to go to a chiropractor. I'm just trying to gather more information before I go and get more recommendations. It's shoebox size, it's great. It has eyes on it. Okay. Awesome, Frida. Well, I feel like my mom doesn't get too much mail at their business address that would get mixed in. I'm sure she would have called me if she got it, but I'll still call. And that way. Oh, Frida, do you want me to open it right away or do you want me to wait until next Wednesday and open it on camera? Because I'm happy to do either. Well, happy? I am willing to do either. Staring at a box that I know that you put together will be hard, but if you'd rather me open it on camera, I'm happy to do that. Right in the right order, aligned, so nice. Oh, there's a chiropractor on YouTube. I watch this girl chiropractor and I like her a lot. I don't know what her name is, I just watch her. And she's never looking at the person when she's doing the alignment, which I don't know why, but I appreciate it, because it's like she's listening. Like it's like it seems like she's looking at their spine through in her mind. Do you know what I mean? That's something that I'm interested in, is not having anyone look directly into my face. You got it, Dina. I'll do it live. I'm okay with that. It'll just be, mildly difficult if it came in today. Hopefully it just doesn't come in until like next Monday and then I don't have to worry. Anyway, so yeah, I do plan on going to a chiropractor. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I have 3 possibilities. Me too, Dina. I like seeing it too when I watch videos, so I understand that. But yeah, I do plan on seeing one. I'm just trying to figure out which one. Blonde, cool yoga pants, big breasted. Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah. Always cool yoga pants. Really good posture. Did you notice that about her, Frida? Big breasted, totally, but really good posture. Like she's always, no matter what she's doing to the person, she's got good posture. I like her. And I like that she tells you what she's doing. Honestly, that's how I started massaging my jaw. I watched her do it to someone and I was like, oh, I guess I could just massage my muscles. I never thought about having muscles in my face. So I've had Alex doing that for me. And I was doing some of the stuff that I saw from her onto him. Obviously, none of the chiropractor stuff, just some of the like massage stuff. But yeah, totally. Okay, also, I'm taking CJ to the vet today. So, following up, CJ's not been feeling well for now, it's got to be close to 2 weeks because last week he already wasn't feeling well for a week. We've been doing everything that we've been told previously to do in these scenarios. So, he has cat herpes, which is like it's not like how herpes goes in people. It's not like cold sores. It's like a bad cold or like a flu, but it's a virus, so it comes back for him. And for CJ, it comes back like once or twice a year. He kind of gets sick. Like his nose gets more runny. He has a cough, but his cough isn't a cough. It's a cough to get phlegm out. Like it's not like he has a cough. He has phlegm in his chest and he's getting that out. Does that make sense? Not like a cough like where you legitimately have a cough. Anyway, LinkedIn live stream discussion. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, hey, Austin. Good morning. Nice to see you this morning. I'm working on washcloths and dishcloths and puppets. Dina, that must be fun. You must have a huge pile of washcloths. I feel like you should come live closer to me because I love handmade washcloths and I just don't have the patience to make lots of them. But whenever I make them, I love having them. Like I like using those in the shower as opposed to like a cloth from the store. I like a crocheted or a knitted dishcloth. Yeah, but not for washing dishes because they're too pretty for that. So, taking CJ to the vet, he's not feeling well, he's not been eating well. I've been cooking for him. Like the last 2 days, the food that I've made for him has been basa fillets, like frozen fish that I made a soup out of. Basically, I put the fish on the stove in a pot and I simmered it at like a low heat for like 2 hours until it turned into soup. Basically just completely fell apart in the water. Stirred him up and then gave it to CJ because he can drink it. He doesn't want to chew anything right now. He gets like, he doesn't want to do very much work to do anything. He hasn't been grooming himself a ton. Like he's clean. It's not like he's not losing hair. He's still shiny. He still has like clear eyes. He's just, his nose is running and he's not feeling well. Like I can see that he's not feeling well. So he's been isolated for more than a week now. I mean, not totally isolated. We open the door and let him come out when he wants to, but he's in a room that has a heater and a humidifier on, and lots of options for food and water. So, and a big comfy bed. So he's been okay. He's just not thriving. And I worry because he's like almost 16 years old now. I don't want him to have what I would normally go, oh, he'll be fine, it's just a cold, and then have him die from it because he's old. And once he's at a point where he can't fight it off, so I want to take him to the vet, just in case the vet can be like, oh, this is gonna work, here's a needle. So we'll see what the vet says, but I'm assuming the vet is gonna say, like, here, try another round of antibiotics, but we've already done a round and it didn't work. So maybe they'll bump it up to a stronger antibiotic. I really am hoping that there's some kind of needle they can give him that's just gonna like make him better. I know that's not real because that's not how veterinary work works, but I'm hoping that he'll be like, oh, there's a cure now. There isn't. There's oral antibiotics. I just hate giving him oral antibiotics because I don't see the visible change quickly. And like anytime that any animal I've had has been given a needle for something, it's like they're better. I just wish there was a needle antibiotic that would fix it. Ooh, I got some new jewelry equipment, an ultrasound cleaner. Oh God, can I send you my engagement ring? Because this thing is like jacked up now. I take it off to work on my pottery, which is why I'm not wearing it right now. But it is like, I know it doesn't even, it looks like glass. That's how not shiny it is right now. This is like a fancy ring, but because it's so dirty, the diamond barely even sparkles. What am I supposed to do? You have some, Amanda, you have some dishcloths. Oh, do you love having handmade dishcloths for everything? I have like, I think I've got like 4. And all of them are only for use in the bathroom. So there's like one that is like the one that sits next to the soap, you know. And then 3 in the linen closet. And when I take a shower, I grab one. I just love them when I take, not when I take a shower. It's more like when I take a bath, you know, because they're not quite soft enough for like, ooh, cats, is that a possible? Ask your vet to give him a starting shot of the antibiotic, then you'll follow with oral. Well, if that's optional, then I will do that. If I can come back, honestly, Kat, if I could go back to him every 2 days for an injection for CJ, or if he could, yeah, you can make dishcloths. Sid, I know, but it's like, I'm like, I just don't. I've made a few. Dina, I'll make you some, just need to get my online store going for postage. Awesome, Dina, that'd be awesome. Oh, I'm excited to see your store. Ooh, Austin, I purchased something exciting I'm working on launching later this year that's not yarn related. Ooh, is it pins? How exciting. Oh, Sid, I've got the house to myself today. I'm finishing up some hand-sewn masks for a friend, so I think it's going to be a comfy stay in PJs day. Mine is going to be a comfy stay in my sweatsuit day until I have to go to the vet, which is at like 3 or 4. Also, this is the first time we're taking CJ to that country vet, the one that we took my parents' cat to. And when I called yesterday to confirm, he was like, for shots, right? And I was like, no, for sickness, not eating, skinny, old cat. And he was like, oh, yeah. 3 o'clock or 4? And I was like, whatever works for you. And he was like, whatever you want. And then he hung up on me. So our vet is like just an old, he's like an old guy. At the counter of our vet clinic, it says eggs, $5 a dozen. Like he's the farming person who is a vet, you know? Oh, thank you, Sid, for the bless you. If it's a viral infection, antibiotics won't do anything unless it's that's the problem. It's the bacterial infection that's the problem, Sid. The viral infection, he's just always got that. But when he gets sick, like when the virus actually like shows up for him, he gets a secondary bacterial infection, and that's what causes all the snot and coughing. And that's the infection that we need to treat in order for him to be able to fight off the viral infection. It's like a whole thing. Not ideal. Yes, but I make them to sell, so I have a basket full in various colors. Ooh, cool. A basket. Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to sell them. If I had a whole basket full, I'd end up being like, yeah, they're for sale. Except I just need one of them. I'll just take the one. And then it would end up empty. Amanda, that's what I'm doing. I have a book I'm working from. I haven't made each design yet. I'm making various colors. That's awesome, Dina. Do packs of 6, you guys. Everyone always does packs of 4. 4 is not enough dishcloths. Either do packs of 2 or packs of 6. Poor dude. Yeah, he's totally a poor dude right now, Sid. He's honestly, like, he's skinny. Like, I'm reluctant to show you him because you'll see how skinny he is. Like, he's visibly thin. Also, he's like, he needs to be in a warm room. He's not feeling well, so he's sleeping. But I mean, still, like I picked him up, he weighs less than Thunder now, and he used to weigh way more than Thunder, so he's not doing well. He's not dying, but he's not doing well. Do you know what I mean? Long time no chat. Hey, Jenna, nice to see you. Good morning. I hope you're well I hope you're well also. I don't understand the online stuff. I do farmers market. Oh, Amanda, the day of farmers markets. Remember them? When you could go and touch all the things and taste test things and touch samples. Nancy's here. Good morning, Nancy. Nice to see you. My 10-year-old cat has the same thing, Laura. The vet gives him a shot of long-lasting antibiotic and it clears up the secondary infection. Nancy, here's hoping. I would really like if that's a thing that we could get done for CJ, because I feel really bad for him. Like, honestly, it's very, like, I sit there and cuddle with him. He's still meowing. He's still social. Like, when I come in, he still gets up out of bed and he still comes for a cuddle and he'll sit on my lap and he'll sleep with me, but you can see that he's not feeling well. Like, when you see him walk around, you can see that he'd rather just be lying down. Well, Austin, I will be planning on launching my own cosmetics brand. It's going to be vegan, cruelty-free. My first product will be lip gloss. I'm so excited. That's so exciting. Cool. When you get into literally any other thing except lip gloss, you let me know, because lip gloss is the only makeup product that, well, actually I have short hair now. Maybe I can wear lip gloss now because I have no hair that could get into my mouth. Okay, up until this second, when I was just thinking about the fact that I have short hair, I would normally say lip gloss is the only thing that I don't wear because I don't like when my hair gets stuck to my face. But I mean, there's no hair, so maybe I can. Anyway, thinking in my brain, but if you do any other cosmetic item, let me know. I will try it because I love trying things, and cosmetics are a good thing. You know what I want? A really good lip balm. Does anyone have a good recommendation for like some quality lip balm? Like lip balm that is not sticky, not too waxy, not too oily, like something that's really quality in between all of those. Because Burt's Bees is fine, but it's not like the best. Anyway, Nancy, I am going to talk to the doctor about that then. Hopefully that will be the thing that'll get rid of him. Get rid of the infection, I mean. I would be so scared. Sid, I normally am not scared for him because he gets this, like I said, like twice a year he gets this type of thing. But I'm a little nervous for him this time because I can see he visibly lost weight quite quickly. He was doing really well and he visibly lost quite a bit of weight from not eating, and that's the part that makes me feel nervous. But other than that, as long as he can get over the secondary infection, I'm not worried. It's just when he has the secondary infection and he can't smell and he can't taste, he doesn't want to eat. So then he ends up having a sore stomach, and then when he eats, he throws up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, poor guy. I hope CJ gets well soon. Thanks, Dina, and me too. And thanks, Jenna. My head's been gone, logged off and left everything. Feeling a little better today. That's awesome, Jenna. I mean, it's awesome that you logged off when you needed to. I'm really happy that you made that decision for yourself. That's awesome. And I'm glad you're feeling better enough to be here today. I'm glad you're here. Amanda, never many markets here, too small country. Oh, fair. Yeah, like one in Stockholm. Yes, obviously. Burt's Bees, Burt's Bees. Sid and Frida, you guys are the Burt's Bees team. That's sad, Frida. We have plenty here. Well, lots of room here. The Body Shop has amazing lip butters. I don't like the Body Shop anymore. I find the Body Shop to be so fragranced. That's the thing that I don't like. Like everything from the Body Shop, the only thing I'm interested in from the Body Shop are like foot creams and leg cream. I mean, I know it's body cream, but like I would only use it on my legs because it's so smelly. Like I like the smells, but it's too much. Like I wish you could get Body Shop 50%, as in 50% of the fragrance. Like I love the fragrances, but they're so intense. Like I need half as much fragrance. It's like in chips or crackers. It's like, could you just put half as much of whatever you put on them? Could you just do that? It's just the whole thing is expensive, but I can't wait. It's super expensive. Starting cosmetics is very expensive, but that's super cool, Austin. And I really hope that it turns out really cool. I can't wait to see your what are those things called? Your rough copies. What are those things called? Prototypes. Frida, I'll recommend you if I hear anyone needing jewelry. Yes, always. The hemp hand cream is amazing. Jenna, I'm actually so glad you're here right now. I tried to make hemp. I did my best. I failed miserably. That was something else that I did over the weekend. Planning on launching this for the longest time. I've been researching for like 4 years. Okay, I'm planning on purchasing eyelashes next, then maybe eyeshadow next. Ooh. Interesting. If you're looking for any advice, which take it with a grain of salt, as I'm not a makeup person, I just want to put my 2 cents in because that is who I am. Don't listen to it if it's not something that is useful. I would say stick to one body part and do a really good job on that body part, because I would trust you more if you did, like, if I'm looking at you like a company that I want to try, if you have eyelashes, eyeshadow, and lip gloss, I would be like, which thing is their thing? Whereas if you had like lip gloss, lipstick, and lip balm, I'd be like, oh, they do lip stuff. They must know how to do lip stuff. So if you're starting with lip gloss, my recommendation would be to stick to stuff in this area, like anything in that sort of a zone, or something that pairs well with lip gloss. Like if you're doing lip gloss, then eyelid gloss. You know how there's those shiny eyeshadows? Something that keeps it in the same sort of vibe, because lip gloss and eyelashes are like very far away from each other. I love both. All three of those things sound like awesome things. Just take it with a grain of salt, but that's my personal opinion. I'm a jewelry artist. I have a bachelor and a website. Yes. It's just the whole makeup. Yeah, it's expensive, but it'll be exciting. Plenty of farmers markets. Oh yeah, lots of country there. Let me see. Frida. Oh, sorry, I didn't read your original thing. Let's see. Talking about food. I went to that Michelin-rated restaurant. Ooh, I found out new things about myself. Also, I have been probably one of the most expensive apartments in Gothenburg. Really? Why? You have just a beautiful place? I saw your pics, looked like fun. I haven't seen your pics yet. Hemp is the future with all the things. Yeah. If I can figure it out, it would be. So, since you can't tell what kind of plant this is, I can show you. I tried to film it. It just didn't work. I filmed it. It didn't do anything. So I tried to separate all of the branches. This is hemp. And I tried to separate the branches to make fiber, because the fiber is inside and you're supposed to peel. And then this part, you dry it and brush it out, and it makes long little thread, and then that you can turn into rope. But I failed miserably, and now I just have a bag of wood chips essentially. Did my best. My best was a fail. I only had the one plant, and the one plant has been destroyed. So now, unfortunately, I can't try again until next year. But that's okay. Pretty. I'm gonna go to a fancy apartment. 5 courses with 3 extras and a new wine with everything. I hope you didn't drive home. 3 glasses of wine, 5 glasses of wine. Aren't you meant to squish it a little first? Jenna, I didn't look it up. Obviously, I thought in my head, I figured out the clay without looking it up. I looked it up after figuring it out. I'll do that with the hemp. Wrong. And a really light shade, you know? Sid, a good opaque light shade. That's what I usually use on my lid. You did well, though. Good try. You'll get it in the end. I've not had the patience for that. Well, see, I want to, so I will. It's just going to take me some time to figure it out, eventually. Oh, that's awesome. So you didn't need to drive home. That's good. Good. You didn't finish all the wine. Also, probably good. I feel like 5 glasses of wine, or 4 or 3. 3 glasses of wine in public, and I'm going to start making an idiot of myself. Oh. Even chewing hits me right in the temple right now. Let's see what Discord has to show us. Join our Discord. Oh, did everyone see Nikki's puppies? Remember Nikki had that a foster dog she found on the road? It was like a very visibly, obviously pregnant pit bull. And we were all like, pretty sure she's pregnant. And then Nikki was like, I don't know, maybe she's pregnant. Well, she obviously was pregnant because there's a handful of babies now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's Mama. That's a different dog. Unless that's Nikki's other dog. There could be 2 dogs going on here. Anyway, Nikki's puppy had puppies. I'm not seeing it. Frida Muddier. I'm not seeing any photos. Alas. Jenna and Laura, my mom bought me a cheese plant. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Do you see mine? She's right here. Jenna, the cheese plant, is up here. Oh, actually, I have another plant to show you guys because I'm like really proud of myself still. You actually can already see her. Do you see right here? Guess what this is? Don't worry, you don't have to guess. It's a poinsettia from last Christmas, you guys. My sister brought this for me in the middle of December last year. Still alive. My poinsettia doesn't have any red on it anymore, but it's alive. I kept a poinsettia alive nearly a year, you guys. Nearly a year. Do you know anyone else who's had a poinsettia last a year? Because I've never heard of such a thing. And yes, I'm aware they're poisonous. Neither of my pets have any interest in them. And also, they're poisonous, like, they're not going to kill your animal. They're going to kill your animal if they eat the whole thing, not if they take a little nibble. But also, mine don't. So there's that. Good morning, Salem. Nice to see you this morning. I hate having to take a palette and a liner with me when I'm traveling. Honestly, I bring an eyeshadow palette, a mascara, and my highlight palette. Those are like my 3. If I have those things, and a lipstick, then I'm good forever. It's alive! It is alive, Salem. Still, somehow it's still alive. And I'm very proud of myself keeping it alive. I want to see if there's anything else plant-wise that you guys might want to see. Probably not really right now. It's just a lot of cuttings rooting. I have so many oxalis plants now and I'm very happy about it. I was thinking about selling some of them and I got like protective over the cuttings that I made. It was Crystal that found the stripe. Oh, it was... Well, thank you for the clarification, Sid. It's been a while. Can I have the benefit of the doubt here? It's been a while, right? Who's Nikki got puppies for then? Never had a poinsettia last that long. Neither have I. Pics are uploading. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Anywho, yeah, the, oops. So Nikki wasn't the one with puppies. Crystal was. Well, hers must have had the puppies by now anyway then. It's been a while. So, yeah, my poinsettia's alive. Oh, I wanted to show you my beautiful eggs because I love them. I'm not crazy. I just love eggs. Do I love eating eggs? Not particularly. I like having them from my own very own chickens. And then I like looking at them because I'm a crazy person. Don't even worry about it. Here are some of my beautiful eggs. Ooh. So, for those of you that haven't seen already, we have a new chicken. She was here last week on the show. Her name is Sweet Pea, and she lays the teeny tiniest little eggs. Look how little her eggs are. This is like a regular, well, this is a pretty big egg, to be honest. Like, it's a pretty good size egg. But look how little her eggs are, and they're pink. I know you can't really tell. They just look sort of like tan. Maybe it gets here, you can tell. They're like a very pale pink. I mean, you can see compared to white, they're not white, but they come off as cream on camera, but they're not. Just ignore my jacked up hands, because this is just the life I live. Anyway, there's that. And then I have one other to show you that's super bizarre. So usually our dear sweet Buttercup lays a long skinny egg, and it looks like weird because if you look at it, like here's a regular egg. Here's what did I just say? Buttercup lays. She lays like a long skinny egg. Check this randomness out. Look at this egg. Like normal, very, very not normal. Look at, like, I'm trying to, like, come on. Like, what happened? Who did this to her? What is happening here? Look at this. Look at that. That's totally not egg-shaped. Like, here's the top and bottom. That is just incorrect. This egg is incorrect. Looked it up online. It means that she was probably stressed out at some point the prior day. Yeah, I think I've been so fussy with food and eating so bland because I'm sensitive with taste as well. I didn't know that. Oh. That's cool. You're just super sensitive. I'm just impressed your animals have no interest. I have a killer of all things green in the household. You know what's crazy? My cat CJ, he usually likes to destroy plants. Like he has a very specific grouping of plants, which is why there are some plants that are lower to the ground that aren't as poisonous. Like the pothos right here, he likes to rip those leaves. So I put that low to the ground. So if he needs to rip a plant, he's gonna rip one that doesn't make him sick. I don't know, yeah, he doesn't bother with the other ones. He hasn't bothered any of the ones that I know to be poisonous. CJ's never even gone near. Thunder he'll only eat things that I eat. If I picked one of the leaves off and ate it, he'd eat it, but like he won't eat it otherwise. Who knows though. Hello Michael, nice to see you, good morning. What'd you done to your wrist, dude? I am stupid and I have beginning symptoms of carpal tunnel. I just overdid it a couple of days in a row and then my fingers all went numb and I thought I had MS or I was dying, and neither are the case. I neither have MS nor dying. Also, we got cutlery and a stone. Turned out it was for the butter. A stone for the butter? Why? Why? Good morning to those just joining us, Dina, so friendly. Now I'm like, how am I going to get food like this again? Oh, because it was so tasty. She must have laid on something, right? What was she sitting on all night? Is my plant still alive? I was cat nibbled. Let's have a look. Where are you? Oh no, you live in the bathroom. You're fine now. You're safe, Amanda. My cat nibbled, hold on. Syngonium. That's in the bathroom. Living its like best life. It's very happy in the bathroom. Salem. Oof, me too, as of this year with the carpal tunnel. Solidarity. Why is there carpal tunnel? Can we have that not though? Our kitten pooped in my plant and it grew better. Really? Cat poop is like death. Cat poop and dog poop. They eat too much meat. Animals that eat meat, not good for your soil. Animals that eat grass, great poop for your soil. But animals that eat meat, not so much. Totally not in order though. Oh, sorry. Because this food was so good and vegan. What'd you have? Tell us about what you have. Could you not? I don't wanna. I'm not giving you any. You're so cute. This dog is so cute. Here, Thunder, I'll move your little bed so that you're in the sun. How about that? Here. You can go right here. Yeah. There. This dog, man. Oh, check the pics. I think, nope, got out of here. Go lie down. So small. Okay, let's have a look-see daisy. Oh my god. Ooh, I love how small things are. I love, oh, and a letter comes with it. Ooh, wow, that's so fancy. Ooh, they served other things with rocks. Man, I want to go there too. That doesn't look vegan. That looks like caviar on top of something. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading a menu. Oh, it's the wine menu. Don't care. Sorry. The wine menu does not interest me. It's the food that interests me. Oh, I love how small the plates of... I want to taste stuff. Ooh, hey, Scrappy. Good morning. Speaking of Scrappy, I want to show you the Scrappy plant because she got transplanted because she needed transplanting because she grew so dang fast. Look at how nice this plant is coming. This is the other Syngonium. I have quite a few of these as well because I keep... they're easy to propagate, so I propagated them. Scrappy-Doo! Good morning. So yeah, this is the other Syngonium I have, doing very well, growing happy and healthy. And this one is named Scrappy. For those of you who are new here, we name plants after you guys. The plants are named after you guys because then I have something to take care of when I think about you guys. There was corn in my dessert. Also smoked cream. I feel like there's corn in southern desserts. Like if you're in the southern states, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there's like corn things. Also this sweater has holes in it now. I'm pretty sure it's like from moths because I don't know how else. It was just sitting in a closet. It's sewed caviar. What's sewed caviar? On oat cream. On oat creme fraiche. Interesting. So also, other things I did this week. Good news. Let's see. Good news, I bought oil, which is cool because now we have heat if we want it. So this morning, because yesterday I called, I've been putting it off because I'm like someone who puts things off, not because I needed to. So I put it off until yesterday and I was like, it was pretty cold like 2 days ago and I was like, it might have been nice to have the heat. Like me in quarantine, I grew out so fast. You just needed it just to get out of there. Yeah, well, this plant's been pretty happy in quarantine. I feel like most of my plants have been pretty happy. They've been doing okay. And I have a new leaf coming on my banana plant, see? Okay, so, I already forgot what I was saying. Hold on, get me back here. What even was I just talking about? Did you hear what I was talking about, Alex?
No.
Oh, oil. I bought oil. Okay, so anyway, it was cold a couple of days ago. I was going, ooh, it might be a good idea to call for oil. Called yesterday. Oh, seaweed caviar. Oh, cool. That makes more sense than sewed caviar. Okay, so bought oil. I actually have the bill. Nope, that's hydro. That's for wood or for water. I saw it over here. I should say I put it over here. Okay, so. Oh, also Alex, the oil is under your name even though it's under my credit card. Just so you know. It's just weird. Anyway, so yeah, for those of you that also don't know, I live out in like the woods in the country, not literally in the woods, but I live out in the country and our house is an old house, so it is heated by oil and wood. So we burn fire in our fireplace and we have oil. It's like an oil furnace. And last year I ordered oil and it was about $1 a liter, which was like fine, like that was just what it cost. For some reason, this year, it was 67 cents a liter. That's really good. The fire that is very close to me is 18% contained. The other fire that is up just a bit further is now the worst in California history. if it's 18% contained, does that mean that your home is safe? Or are you like on high alert? Like, is there a possibility you're gonna have to get out? And if that's the case, are you already prepped? Like, do you just have your vehicle ready full of like dog food and stuff? Like, obviously more than just dog food, but like that's the first thing I thought about. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? I bet it's cheaper now. Sid, it is like almost half price, because it was like $1. Like it was like 108 or something like that a liter, because oil prices tanked via the lockdowns. Yeah, well, like part of me is like, oh, that sucks for the people who it sucks for, but not for me. Doesn't suck for me. It means that for me to fill up our oil tank, it only cost us $535.25, and that will last us, I mean, here's hoping. Last year we only filled up twice. So we filled up in October, which is like now, and we filled up in like February. So October, November, December, January, like this should get us through 4 months, which is crazy. $500 for 4 months of oil is great, because the other people that we spoke to, that would have been a good idea, Chloe. I should have topped it up at the beginning of the pandemic, because it did go way down. Facebook post with tanker map in the Discord under live stream chat. Okay, hold on. Seaweed, caviar, legumes and marigold, beets, zucchini and hazelnuts, cabbage, cress, egg yolk and yeast, celeriac, mushroom, chives and miso, raspberries, corn and smoked cream. So weird, but also yummy. Also love all the shapes of the wine glasses, I must say. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm clicking links at the same time if you're just listening along. This map shows the current position of oil tankers. No, I don't want to see more of your posts. Just the first post. Okay. Oh no, now I'm maximized. Okay, cool. Interesting. Scrappy, I had a fantastic experience and then got all exhausted, so now I'm having a fever. Worth it. Relatable. Go out in public for too long and you just need to, your body's just like, you're sick now. So, hate that there's a new worst every couple of years. Glad you're okay. It is scary, Scrappy, that there's a new worst. There is, for something, and for California, it's like fire. This year, it's the worst in history, and like the next thing that there is, it's 2020. What are you doing to us here, 2020? Depends on the time of year you're ordering oil and the supply we topped off. Right, Chloe, I definitely should have done that, but we were like fully broke at the beginning of our pandemic here. Like Alex and I were like, oh, we're not homeless, but we're in a lot of debt and we have no extra money. But because the pandemic forced a lot of people to stay home, it also forced a lot of people onto the internet, which meant that I had a higher income because people were watching my videos. So Alex and I ended up getting ourselves out of debt. I say us. Alex did a lot of the work there. He's been working 2 jobs and he's actually like, he's doing an awful lot, I will say. So we got out of debt. Neither of us owe any money on our credit cards anymore, which is insane. Because if you guys know, like when I was doing daily streams with you guys, I was saying like, the world is over. I'm just a poor person and that is okay. Now I'm like, maybe things are okay, for real. Alex and I are saving money. I've got chickens. Well, we're not saving money, but we're not losing money. We will be saving money pretty soon, once we get ourselves like organized. But like, for example, ordering the oil wasn't like, oh, I have to wait until the paycheck comes in order to order the oil. It was like I had the oil money in advance, which for those of you who live paycheck to paycheck, it's a good feeling when for once you don't. So I'm not currently at this exact moment living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, like we're close, like don't get me wrong, like we couldn't have our car break down or anything, or like if something broke, like we'd be in trouble, but we're not in trouble as long as everything goes okay. We're so much not in trouble right now that I am considering your dental appointment. because that's going to be like $1,500. Thunder needs to have his teeth cleaned and a few of his teeth removed. You need probably 2 or 3 teeth out, buddy. And then they're going to find out that I'm wrong and you actually need like all of them out, and then you're going to be a toothless wonder. Anyway, having the eggs in the garden is a great help. Dina, it really is. Honestly, the eggs have been fun. Alex and I have been having like a hash brown egg scramble every couple of days. Go lie down. Go away. Selling the eggs has been really fun. Like, I get to meet all these people that are super interested in getting like organic, local, basically vegan eggs. Like, obviously we did this discussion already, they're not vegan, but like the people who are buying from us are vegetarians or vegans. Like, that's who's buying eggs from us. It's like people who are trying to do the least evil, and I love that. I love being part of somebody's choice to not be evil. Why are you crying though? Why are your eyes crying? Look at this. His eyes have tears in them. Look. Oh, mommy, please pick me up. I'm so sad. Also, side note, check this tail out. Do you see all the hair on it? There's only 2 little bald spots left. I know you hate having your tail touched. There's a bald spot right here and a bald spot at the tip, but the rest of his whole tail has grown back. Also, all the hair on his back is back. Oh, hello. You're so handsome. Look how pretty you are. Oh, thank you. Anyway. Hi, Firdaus. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Hey, hoi, 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 stop it. I hate this year. Yes. So nice to reach that point. Sid, it is. I mean, we'll see how long-lived it is, but it is nice. I'm so glad Ola has his job in the kitchen all the time. It has been nice, right? Having him home. It is a good feeling. Agreed, Chloe. Agreed, Dina. And back. Welcome back, Jenna. Frida, I'm in America. This year is literally hell. Literally, for you, Scrappy, you're literally in hell, as in you're surrounded by fire. At least, if we want to look for a benefit, I bet you that the mockingbirds do not like the fire. So maybe you aren't dealing with the screech of that bird. Sid, ethical eggs. Exactly. So those people like coming for that. Every a little bit of income is of great help. Honestly, it is, Dina, because like those eggs, such fun. So fun for me to collect eggs. That's like a joy for me multiple times a day. Like anytime I need a break, anytime my computer's freezing while I'm trying to edit, I just go hang out with the chickens for 15 minutes and then I come back feeling refreshed and I collect a couple of eggs. It's a nice time. So that's been really fun. And also, I mean, people buy them. Like, I've been selling them for $5 a week. $5 a dozen, sorry. I was selling them for $4 a dozen, and then everybody online is selling them for $5, and then I was just like, meh, the people don't seem to care. So since I'm unable to find that market I was looking for, which is basically like a young family who wants to eat healthy but can't afford organic eggs. They're not looking where I'm selling, so I don't know how to find them yet. But once I find them, then I'll sell them for cheaper. It's just right now I can't find them, so I'll just sell them for what everyone else is selling them for. And so far, so good. People keep buying them, and Alex and I eat whatever we want. And we have 17 right now, Michael, which is not how many I thought we would have at the beginning. I thought we were going to have 6, and then I thought we were going to have 12, and then I thought we were going to have 13 because that's a baker's dozen. But then we kept getting more, and then we ended up having 2 roosters, which is something that is not intentional. We have 2 accidental roosters right now. They were fraudulently sold to us as hens, and then when I tried to return them, I was replied to roughly. So no. We're hoping to get rid of those roosters ASAP. They still haven't started crowing. They haven't started fighting or mating with the girls. But yeah, we have lots of chickens right now. We have 17 chickens. So we have 15 females and 2 males. The 15 females, I can name them for you actually. Michael, let me tell you about them. We have Diane. She is currently molting. She is a black Australorp. So she's a big, fat, fluffy black chicken. She's molting though, so she lost a lot of her fluffy feathers and she just kind of looks like a regular chicken, which is fine. She's still beautiful, but she's not laying eggs because she's growing feathers. So we have one not laying eggs. We have Clover, who is a brown Orpington, also very fluffy, but she has been in and out of broodiness, so she's not laying right now. So there's two not laying. And then we've got Bluebell. Bluebell went through a huge molt where she lost like 60% of her feathers and she just looked crazy. Now she's full of feathers again, but she's still not laying. So we have 3 chickens currently not laying. Hey, most wonderful Laura. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you. I'm doing well. I had a rough day yesterday, big headache. Half of my face was in a lot of pain, but I'm doing really well right now, so thank you. 3 months or more is normal. For what? Sorry. I will show you later. Nothing late major. I want a 3-month food and other item supply. That's something that I was talking to my grandpa and my mom. Scrabby, shh. Shh. Don't worry about how many I have. I just have a few. Don't look at me. No, but for real, I need to start prepping a little bit more too because I anticipate another shutdown. So we have 17. We have 15 females and 2 males. The 15 females include 12 egg layers and 3 that are currently molting, which means they are not laying eggs. Those 12 egg layers lay anywhere from 8 to 12 eggs a day. So we have Diane, Clover, and Bluebell are not laying eggs right now. We have Poppy laying eggs nearly daily. So Poppy, Rosie, Posy, Daisy, and Fern. MJ lays eggs now. These ones are MJ's. This color. So Rosie, Posy, Daisy, Fern, MJ, Poppy, Sunflower, Sweet Pea, Diane, Clover, and Bluebell. That's 11. Who are we missing? Oh, the colorful girls. Buttercup, Violet, and Olive. That brings us up to 14. 15, 16 for the boys. Who's 17? Who am I missing? The 4 white. Oh, Marigold. Marigold. Sorry, we have another white chicken named Marigold. Happy late birthday. Oh, Sandy's birthday. Happy birthday. So sorry you were not well. Yesterday was my birthday. I hate that you were not well on my birthday. Oh, Sandy. Probably it was just because all of my good energy was going to you for your birthday. Jenna, MJ. Oh my gosh, you should see MJ, Jenna. She's got to be double the size she was. Her tail has completely grown in. She has this big, huge, floofy tail now, and she lays eggs. So she's a beautiful lady, and she is not a fan of the boys. She scares them off whenever she can. 8 to 12 eggs a day is wild. I've always wanted to keep chickens, but I probably only want 2 or 3. Well, Michael, I thought I only wanted 2 or 3. And the truth is, I don't even eat eggs at the quantity that we get. Like, I don't. They're fine. Eggs are fine. But they're not something that I'd be, like, interested in eating every day. You're choking on your spit? You got COVID? What are you doing? Why are you coughing? Anyway, yeah, mostly I keep getting chickens because I like chickens, not because I like eggs. And it's not even like because I like the money from eggs, because I've purchased old chickens. Like, Bluebell is very obviously an old chicken. Poppy is an old chicken. Diane and Clover, they're not too old. They're about 2 years old now. But yeah, I love the chickens. I love seeing chickens. Salem and Michael, that is a good egg haul, to be honest. It is. But like, I just really like seeing them. I like talking to the chickens. I like learning their weird little personalities. Some of them prefer different food. If I had known I would get this old, I would have taken better care of myself. Sandy, I feel like I'm going to be repeating that sentence because I already know I should have been taking better care of myself. Frida, we were almost in the Second World War and next to Russia during the 80s. There's lots of stocked shelters. We just have to survive until they come get us, sort of. Oh, fun. We don't have anything prepped yet. Here, I'm very like last minute Laura, if you didn't know, but it is on my list of things to be more prepped. That being said, I have prepped a few things for winter. For example, I have prepped my culture of duckweed, which turns out, pound for pound, to be more useful than chicken layer feed. For the girls, they can eat duckweed all through the winter, so I've decided I'm going to try and make duckweed like a food source for my chickens so they can have some green stuff. I'm also going to be growing fodder because I think that sounds like fun. It's basically just growing sprouts for your chickens. Keep enough eggs for you and Alex for a week or two. Yes. Dina, we have been keeping at least a dozen on hand, but good idea to keep 2 dozen because they last a while. And I've been keeping all the ones that Sweet Pea lays because nobody wants to buy small. Well, I don't know if anyone wants to buy. I don't sell them because I think they're so cute. These are the ones I've been using mostly because Sweet Pea lays every single day right now. She hasn't skipped a day since we got her. But I really do. I love the chickens. They make me really happy, and they're very interesting, and they're a wonderful pet to have for very little money, honestly. And I heard this on a YouTube channel that I watch pretty recently, and it was saying, like, if I didn't want to buy them feed, I don't have to. For the summertime, they can fully forage. They can eat all the food they need just from our garden scraps, like the food that we don't eat, like the vegetables and stuff, we can give to them. But in addition, they eat bugs and dirt and grass and stuff. They can survive on their own merit all summer long. So they're a very inexpensive pet. Yeah, they're not going to create as many eggs, but it's like 6 free eggs is cheaper than 12 expensive eggs. You know what I mean? So that might be something that we do in the future. Like just let them be chickens in the summer and then in the winter. We keep 3 or 4 dozen in our eggs in our fridge. So if we're not seeing it, so if we figure if we're not selling any, 4 chickens should keep us comfy and eggs just fine. Yeah, if you're not selling any, I would say, yeah, 4 to 6. Sandy, insides are always doing worse. Yeah. Joann's was having a sale plus coupon. $56 for 47 skeins of yarn. Why is there no Joann's in Canada? Can we have some Joann's here? I love how much you love your chickens. I can't help it. They are really interesting, Sid. Honestly, like you could... It's like a thing. Sandy, I'm starting to think that I started a skin routine and I'm starting yoga again. Yeah, we started yoga again. Same thing in brackets there, Frida. We're telling ourselves that. But yeah, that is very cool that there was a sale at Joann's. If you could just send Joann's here. Can you sell whatever vegetables that you and the chickens and roosters don't need? In theory, Dina, yes. The garden's done for the year. We've already tilled it. Next year, maybe we could sell some things. I don't know what, but yeah, that's a possibility. We put in 3 new garden beds, so there's actually lots of room to grow for next year. I have the intention of doing a huge amount of marigolds and chamomile. That's something that I really want to do. Additionally, I would also like to do peas and green beans. Alex and I love eating peas and green beans, and this year ours did so poorly that I don't know what I did wrong, but it's definitely going to be a plan to have better green beans and peas. But not a bad idea to do some stuff that we could sell. The eggs are doing quite well though, and honestly, like if we move the chicken shelter a little bit next summer, we'll have a bigger backyard. I might be able to do some courses, like where people come and they camp in our backyard, but during the day I can teach them natural dye stuff. So that's a possibility for next summer as well. Joann's on my boycott. Oh no, why? They pay their people like dirt, great. Don't enforce proper training, super. And worst of all, they are in cahoots with Autism Speaks. What's Autism Speaks? Are they not good? In cahoots, I love that word, in cahoots. I'm sorry, Sid. That's a bummer. Wendy's is still on my boycott list. I have a pretty big boycott list now, honestly. I think most retail pays crap, true. My mom here in Missouri also had a bad pea green bean year. Really? My mom had this, I can't even tell you how good of her green bean year. They put a fence into the middle of their garden that's like 12 feet tall. I don't know why, because who can reach to the top of that fence? The green beans on both sides went all the way to the top. Green beans grew all the way to the top. Okay, maybe it's 10 feet tall. It's well taller than I could ever reach. And she had so many green beans you wouldn't even know what to do with them. And she was selling them, and she got to a point where she was like, I don't even want to sell them because I don't want to pick them because I hate picking green beans. Because when you pick green beans, you have to be careful or else you'll rip the whole thing off, the whole plant down. I got nothing for you. You already had everything you need. Sorry, Thunder's looking at me. So, also do keep in mind, I can afford, I don't ever mean to make it one. Oh, Laura, do you have fruit trees? I don't have any fruit trees, but my mom and dad have a fruit farm. So, oh no! Do they really? Eugenics, no thank you. Eugenics is bad, for those of you that don't know what that is. It's bad. It's where you sterilize people or pick your babies to be, like, purebred. It didn't work for dogs. Why would it work for people? Think of every animal that we've, like, bred to be perfect. They always end up having, like, messed, like, hip dysplasia. Do you want human hip dysplasia? No. Anyway, so, no, I don't have any fruit trees just yet, but my plan for next spring, or this fall, I might do it this fall, honestly, is going to the forest and digging up a few black raspberry plants and then putting them in my, like, we have a small forest between our property and the following farm. It's, when I say forest, I mean like it's like 30 feet wide by 1 kilometer long. It's just like a border bordering their property to our property. And it's still a forest though, it's like fully treed. So it's got black raspberries growing in there. And I was thinking of just transplanting some from other spots in the forest to that spot in the forest so I can have a black raspberry patch for next summer. So that might be fun. And they're big at promoting the autism. Ew. Yeah, I don't like that. Could you not? Go lie down. Go. Go lie down. I'm not talking to you. Wild plants to garden plants, I do support. Well, I've already done it with mint, Sid. And yeah, I like the idea because A, what I can't eat, the birds can. And also, then I don't have to go for a 5-kilometer hike to get my black raspberries, which would be great. Like, I'll still go on my 5-kilometer hike, but like, I won't have to like carry as much stuff. I don't know. So I think I'll do that. And I also am planning on continuing moving a lot of my plants. I've been moving a lot of hostas. I transplanted like 50 to 80 hostas last week all over the yard. So now next year there's just going to be this hosta bonanza all over because I don't really care to take care of a perennial garden bed. Like, that's not my interest. My interest is to take care of fruiting or productive plants. Sorry, I just got a headache again. As well as my indoor plants. So, yeah, if it's a perennial bed, I don't want to have to do work on it. And the person who lived here before us, it was like an older couple, and they loved their perennial flower beds. So she had like roses and Rose of Sharon and lilac and forsythia and lilies and violets and what else grows here? Tulips. All kinds of pretty things. Irises, lots of stuff like that. Oh my god. Out of nowhere, it just comes and it hits me right in the side of the face. Anyway, so they have all that stuff growing, but it requires maintenance of like weeding and stuff. Whereas hostas, which are also all over, they are just big leafy greens, and they just do it on their own every year. So that's what I'm down for. Laura, since the cooler months are coming, do you have any sweaters on the hooks? Right here, I have a sweater. Right here. I just haven't finished it yet. I have one sleeve and one body piece, so kind of. You know, I love hostas. Me too, Frida. And there's like 6 different varieties in our yard, and then my mom has like 30 varieties, so I'm just gonna take a few of hers, move them around, and then I'll have a big huge, geez Louise. Oh, I'll have a big huge hosta bonanza. I just love how they look as a big green, just a big green thing. I miss being about to love the hell out of Joann's. Yeah, I wish they were here. It's like folks who work at McDee's and never eat there again. Yeah, it makes sense. My choice, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's. So yeah, fair. Here we've got a place called Len's Mill Store, and we've got Michael's, and then like shops, like private shops where it's like $30 a skein. But yeah, I think I should get at least a tree. I do want to plant a tree in our front yard for shade, because our whole front yard is like a field, and I'm like, we have a huge willow tree on one side and then the forest on the other, but our front lawn is like just grass, which is completely useless to me. Like a lawn made of, it's full sun, full direct sun, but it's like a field. So there's nothing useful for me. Thunder doesn't need a huge amount of space to run around, and he doesn't run around the front yard anyway, he does it in the back. So I want to put a tree or something up there so that it's like, at least so some birds can build their nests in there, but also so that we can use this space. The space is like not functional. And I contacted our landlords, and they said, literally, they said, do whatever you would do if it was your home, because it's your home. And I was like, it ain't gonna look the same as when you gave it to us if you say stuff like that. And then she was like, I don't care what you do with it, it's your home. And then I said, can we redo the downstairs kitchen? And she said, I would love if you do whatever you want to that place. And I was like, so Alex and I this winter are redoing the upstairs bathroom. Redoing is not the right word, because we're not taking any tile out or anything. We're just gonna take the vanity and like sand it down and repaint it. To try and like freshen it up, because the tile is not coming down ever. That tile is cemented there. But yeah, I want to do the downstairs kitchen, same thing. They're so floofy. Mine has delicate purple flowers too. Frida, the delicate purple flowers, if you bring them inside, they smell like lilac. Like that fresh spring smell, cut them. And they'll last inside for like a week, and they smell beautiful. And you might not notice when you're outside, but when you get them inside, it like stinks up the house. So floofy. I know, honestly, to me, when I see a hosta, I'm like, if I was an animal that ate green leafy ground things, don't they look like a tasty, crunchy thing? Laura, rhododendron! Every time I see pictures of rhododendron, I always think of you, Frida. My store had major management issues that further biased me against our local store. Fair. Headache on the same side as your hurt wrist. How is your neck and back feeling? Is your headache related to something different? So my wrist is beginning of carpal tunnel. My hands were both numb, and then I only have the one side of my wrist band for my left wrist, so there's that. And for my side of my head, I had a headache and a face ache here all day yesterday, so my face hurt to touch, and my head behind my eye hurt. And now it just is doing that again. I don't know. You might have thrown that side out of whack. No, I didn't fall. I just overdid it on my work, and my joints hurt, and I have a headache. They seem to be unrelated. I bet you when I go to a chiropractor, though, they're going to be like, oh no, all of your injuries are the one thing. We'll see. But no, I didn't fall. Yeah, they're so nice. The smell is so nice. Bring them inside. And Frida, rhododendron. I'll think about it. I'll do that next year. Yes, definitely do. Because they're pretty little purple flowers. Like, they're nothing showy on the plant, though. You know what I mean? Like, when you see them on a hosta, you're like, okay, that doesn't look great. But when you cut them and put them inside, they look beautiful. Hi Scarlett, I love your channel. Oh, thank you. Can I suggest making a favorite yarn video, or in general talking about fiber types in regards to crochet garments? Oh, that sounds like a great idea, Scarlett. Totally. You went to the doctor for your wrist? Yeah, I called my doctor. I have an appointment, not an appointment, like a phone call appointment with her. She'll call me when she's free, so it's not a real appointment. She's just gonna call me. But yeah, when I called and I said like, hey, my fingers are numb on both my hands. Am I dying? Because I decided in my head, I was like, I have MS. That's what it is. It's not. So, yeah, my fingers were numb. My first 3 fingers were completely numb, and the rest of my hand was just kind of like vibrating. And it looks to be the beginnings of carpal tunnel. So I need to relax them until I have the chance to go and get referred to a physical therapist who will make a wrist brace for both hands that will be just for when I sleep, because I don't make it better by sleeping. I love rhododendron. I have 7 and counting. Depending on the work you were doing to flare the wrist, poor posture can cause bad muscle tension that current. I mean, let's be honest, Sid. Was I having any good posture ever? Do I have that? No, I don't have good posture. So it's probably, you're probably right. I have carpal tunnel and I used to get back headaches from it. Oh, no. This is in our wheelhouse. My mom is a physical therapist. Well, there you go, perfect. If you buy the park kind, they grow huge. Okay, cool, park kind. Oh, bad headaches. Well, yesterday was a bad headache day to the point where I was in bed most of the day because I just couldn't survive. What is posture really? I mean, right? I'm on your team. I'm on your team, Scarlett. What even is posture? It's where you aren't in pain, apparently. I don't know. What is that? Lori, I'm back. Welcome back, Lori. Yoga with Adrienne has a really good video for wrist hygiene and neck pain. Oh, cool. I'll check that out because I do her yoga videos anyway. Bad posture kids unite. What's our gang sign? Is it this? Or is it just like, is it someone with their head down on their phone? I feel like for me, it's me standing up straight, which is not even straight. Like straight is supposed to be like, oh, hello. I just, like Alex sits like this. When he's at his computer, he's like this, like straight up. This is how he sits. And this is how he walks around. To me, it looks like a cartoon because I am not that way. Strength training is something I need to work on too. We should do a live stream, like a what's it called? Like a Discord chat of yoga where we all just watch a yoga video. Would you guys be down for that? Or even like a stream where I feel like it'd be better if we were all visible. Like something like where we could do yoga together once a week so that we all do it. I'd be down for that if you guys would be down for that. Because I'm supposed to do it every night. Just a hunched stick figure doing yarning. Yeah, a hunched stick figure like holding, I'm trying to think of just a ball of yarn so that it's not discriminating against the crocheters and the knitters. Just all yarn people. Yes, okay, you're in. My brother has that perfect posture and I just look like a sad C. Yeah, I look like a calligraphy C, just like loopy and round. And Alex is like, when we walk together, it like makes me stand up straighter because he looks so much taller than me and he's not. Like if I stand up straight, he's not that much taller. A Zoom workout. Yeah, Chloe. Yeah, a Zoom workout. I'm doing Body Groove. It's so fun and exercise. Lori, I love you dearly. I have no desire to exercise. Very little, if any, desire to exercise. All I want to do is stretch. I just want to stretch. If I could just stretch, that'd be great. But my physical exercise is like outside time. Like when I'm building stuff or moving stuff. Oh, I'm also going to be building a new plant stand because my friend got a plant stand. She showed it to me and I was like, I can build this. So I'm going to build a plant stand. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I feel knitters are high society and preppy and us crocheters are like yappy weirdos. Scarlett, I understand what you're saying because it's like you can be talking and doing blah, blah, blah while you're crocheting. But when you're knitting, you need to be like into it. So you have to be like, I make knitwear, whereas when you crochet, you're like, I made this, it fits. Like you just, but it's dance. But it's still dance with the intention of exercising. Lori, I'm very happy that that is something that you're into. What my sister does, one of my sisters, she has like it's like a video game that makes you pretend to rock climb, and she loves that. So I'll just do my building outside and exercise at the same time. Check it out on YouTube. I'll check it out. I'll see. Just got caught up on the comments. I know it's hard sometimes when there's so many of us in here, then we just sort of chat around and it's hard to stay kept up on it. Ola does that too. No core muscles, therefore no posture. I just have no one reminding me to have good posture. That's honestly the truth. I could steal my mom's laptop for video chat. Ah, that would be good. That would be perfect. A sad C. Too freaking perfect, isn't it though? Jeez Louise. Ugh, I just don't want to have like bone spurs in my neck when I'm older. Like I'm thinking like 70-year-old Laura, probably a not as good of a shape. And I need to still be able to take care of animals at 70 because I very much still intend on having animals. I wonder where we weavers fall on the scale. Ooh, I think weavers are like high class but also chatty. Because think of any woven thing, so fancy looking, but I feel like weavers are willing to show you. Honestly, I only have a few people in my life that I know who weave, and all of them are lovely, so. I have had more energy. Ooh, better balance. I could use better balance. Let me tell you. It's like vertigo central here. Every time I stand up, I go blind. Dude, no, it's never too early. I mean, kind of I need to. Planks and basic core set to help posture. Oh, and our color choices are always wild, isn't it? Is it too early for a Bloody Mary? I mean, there's vegetable juice in a Bloody Mary, so basically that's breakfast. I think you're good. You should make a basic set of Regency stays with cording versus boning. I feel like rather I would want to get one of those like scoliosis corsets and just wear it all day to keep my posture. Oh, I don't need the muscles. I have a brace keeping me this way. I need one of those ones that has like shoulder puller backers. That's the scientific word, shoulder puller backers. I need to keep up with the babes, so I need to get in shape. Yeah, that's fair. So, God, chasing a child around? Oh my God, I don't have the energy for that. I'm only 28 and I do not have the energy for a child. Maybe when I'm 30, the energy will come. I'm going to do it. I just checked out a video of the body groove. Is it fun looking? We can chat about it on Discord. Yeah, I like that idea. I like the idea of us doing Scarlett. I'm a knitter. I'm a weirdo. That's true. Frida's a weirdo. I can verify Frida is in fact a weirdo. Oh God. The balance thing though, Lori, that kind of is the selling point. The balance, because is anybody else like that? When you stand up, you go blind, and then you have to stand for a second. Usually get 3 to 5 short walks in. Dina, I feel like I'm more on your page in terms of that, because I'm like, I get like, well, probably like 15 walks, but that's because my walks are only like to go hang out with the chickens and do a little work outside. They're not like strolls. It's more like doing something outside, but still, same kind of idea. So fun, just let loose in my own house. I mean, that's kind of nice. I'll see it. She just started walking, so it's a challenge. Oh my goodness, yeah, starting to run around. My mom and dad said that I didn't say any, like, I didn't talk at all until I learned to, like, walk. And then once I started walking, I started running, and that's when my talking went, like, wild. Gotta go uncover my loofahs real quick. Sounds good, Sid. I hope that they didn't get damaged last night. Scrappy already danced around my house, so I might as well do a video. Well, yeah, then, because if anybody walks in, you could be like, I'm doing a workout. It's only 30 minutes a day, if that. I'm already done. Oh, that's awesome, Lori. I mean, good for you for, like, sticking to a thing. How do people stick to a thing when there's a pandemic? I can't stick to anything. I mean, except the chickens. I've been having a really good time with chickens. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So, I bought oil. That was a big thing. I have to catch up on laundry today. It's like, other than the cat and editing this video that I've been working on, I have video editing, cat to the vet, call mom. My dogs think I'm nuts. Yeah, it's the video that made them think that, isn't it, Lori? It's the dancing. It's a new thing. The dog's thinking you're nuts. Hi, everyone. Oh, hi, Karen. Good morning. Nice to see you. Oh, no, nobody's ever shocked at me dancing around. Okay, good. Good. That means you're keeping the right kind of animals and people around. Millicent demands at least 3 walks. Thunder demands to be let out. How many times do you think that you have to go out? I know that he goes out first thing in the morning, and then he goes out again after breakfast, and then he goes in another time with me when I go to feed the chickens, and then he goes out every time I go out with the chickens, which is probably 5 times, so that's 8 now. And then he goes out with after he has dinner, and then he goes out when I put the chickens away for the night. So Thunder's out about 10 times a day. So I don't know how you find time to pee in the house. Thunder. I honestly don't know how he finds time. Or locate, like, where is your bladder? He still finds time to find a spot in the house to pee if I miss one of those 10 times. We stopped with the pee pads. We used to keep pee pads in the house. Not this house, but our previous house. We used to go for pee pads because we lived up on a high floor in an apartment, and right after Thunder eats, he like immediately needs to pee. Whereas now it's like he eats and finishes eating, walks down the stairs and goes outside. So, I don't know. He still pees inside sometimes. Very rare to have him poop inside, but a pee? I'm gonna say I probably find a pee inside from Thunder at least once every 2 weeks, which is kind of a huge bummer. Luckily, we have tile floors that he pees on, which is kind of him, I suppose. And he pees in the same spot on the same tile floor, so he doesn't hide it or anything. It's just still worse. The worst. We still can't go for walks. The air is still bad. No sun in sight due to the thick, smoky air. Could this be true? Scrappy, we had a couple of days where it was like foggy for like the whole day. It wasn't low fog though, but it did taint the sun orange for the whole day for like 2 or 3 full days. Could that have been from you guys? Could that have pushed in this far? We're all the way on the other side. Is that possible? Lori, you're like in my column. Did you have any visibility issues? Because you're just south of me. So have you had any visibility issues from the smoke? Because Alex and I were talking about it and being like, we can't smell anything. But there is a clear haze making the sun kind of orange. But we're in Ontario. There aren't any fires here. Can it have come all the way from you guys? That was something we were talking about. Is that possible? A Chiweenie. They have tiny body parts. That's true. And Lori, he's a Chihuahua. A beautiful little garbage dog. Highly recommend. Actually, I don't recommend. I don't recommend Chihuahuas to anyone. Do you know why? Because if you go into a shelter, you know how many Chihuahuas are in there? So many that tell you that people think that they're going to like Chihuahuas and then don't. So I'm going to say, if you're not sure if you like a Chihuahua, you don't. Don't get a Chihuahua. The only time I think you should get a Chihuahua is if you know you're going to keep it for the duration of its life. My little Thunder. Midwest and East Coast definitely had smoke plumes out of the West. I don't know if it got to Canada, but all over the US for sure. Okay, you did. You had the same. You're on the East Coast. Chloe, East Coast of Canada or East Coast of the States? It's still the East Coast of the same body, but like, where are you? It's the entire West Coast on fire, so I can see that being the case. We had well over 300 fires in the last week. Wow. Okay, you're having them too. They're the next surrendered dog next to pit bulls. Okay, so if you think you might want a pit bull or a Chihuahua, don't get one. There. I saved thousands of lives just by saying that. Just don't get one. If you're thinking, maybe I want a pit bull. Have you had one before? No? Then don't get one. That's my recommendation. Oh, you're thinking about having a Chihuahua? Have you had one before? Don't get one if you haven't. I love them. I love my Chihuahua. I think he is the best. He's not, without bias, he is not the best, but with bias, I think he's the best. That being the case, I wouldn't recommend him to most people because you need a lot of attention for Chihuahuas. Like, you need to be around. You can't just leave them alone. They're like very needy. I don't like Chihuahuas till I fostered, and oh my god, I love them. They're awesome. They are awesome. For people who love them. Pit bulls are great. It's usually insurance and landlords. Well, see, here's the thing though. If you are thinking that if you get an animal and then you want to move and then your animal is not allowed to go with you, there's very little that I sympathize with. Obviously, I can sympathize, like, there are situations where, like, you have to move, blah. But, like, if you get a cat and then you're moving and then the cat isn't allowed in the next house and you just put the cat up for adoption, it's like, well, no, you bought a cat. That's an 18 to 20 year commitment. Stop. Like, think about what you're doing. Oh, it's closer to your work, but there's an apartment that's slightly farther that allows cats. Well, that's your fault. You got a cat, so you're going to have to go farther to work. Like, that's how my brain goes. So when people are like, oh, this dog is for sale because we're moving, I'm like, well, then you shouldn't be moving there. Like, why did you get that animal if you weren't going to take care of it for its entire life? Because you know what happens when you put an animal up for adoption, when you bring it to a shelter? It dies. Like, if you were saying on average, if you put your animal in a shelter, it dies. Yes, you may be the lucky dog, the one lucky dog that gets a new home and stays in that home the whole life, but most likely the animal is going to get put down. That's how I view it. And when people are like, oh, my cat's really friendly, he'll get a home, I don't have to worry. No, he won't, because you know what happens when you put an animal in a cage next to a bunch of other scared animals? They don't behave the way that you're used to seeing your cute puppy behave. They behave poorly, and then they get put down. Like, your animal is not special. So when you put it into a big room with a whole bunch of other animals that everybody else thought was special, they put them down. Like, Thunder wouldn't make it because he's a shit dog when you put him in a room with a bunch of other dogs. You'd see him and go, he's aggressive and he's loud, put him down. He'd get put down. He also needs dental work. He's not worth saving. And yet you guys see him, he's amazing. It's just, if you're gonna buy an animal, it's your fault that you bought that animal. Stop buying animals. Just, I don't know. I hate people. That's all. I agree that people shouldn't get pets when they live in an apartment, but not everyone is like us. I don't think that that's even, get a pet if you live in an apartment. But if you're gonna move and you're thinking that, oh, I won't be able to bring this animal, like, if your life is not in a situation where you're willing to have your life organized around all of the things that you've brought into it, you know what I mean? Like, I can't travel now. Not that I could anyway, the pandemic, but like, I need to have a farm sitter now. Or I need to have someone come stay at my home to take care of the chickens. Like, that's my fault. It's not anybody else's fault. I can't just be like, oh, well, I want to go to Florida for the week. I can't. And no, don't go to Florida for the week, anyone. Florida's not doing well. Love you guys, you Floridians, but stay inside, probably the best. Oh, Dina, stay inside. I'm grateful my state is a no-kill shelter state and they promote foster to adopt. Even so, Chloe, a no-kill shelter reaches capacity very quickly. If you can't kill them, you can't bring new ones in. I know, like, obviously I don't agree with putting them down either, but, like, I don't know. I feel yucky about it. And also, I agree, Scrappy, if you're in an apartment, just sneak the cat in. But in Canada, well, at least in Ontario, we have something called the Landlord-Tenant Act. It's not legal for you to say no cats or dogs. So even if you sign a lease that says, I will not have a dog or a cat, you can bring one in. Like, they can't evict you for it, so. But a pet is family. See, that's what's interesting to me, is a pet is family. How can you get an animal and go, this is my family member, my baby, post all your pictures on Facebook, and then move and let your 2-year-old cat, nobody wants a 2-year-old cat. Everyone wants a kitten. Nobody wants a 2-year-old cat. Nobody wants a 5-year-old dog. Thunder was 4. 2? 4. 4. Yeah, he was 4.5, I believe, when we got him. Nobody wants a 4-year-old dog. They want a puppy. I only want older dogs, so people live in the moment. I mean, I live in the moment. I bought those chickens on a whim, but they're my responsibility now. That's nobody else's fault but mine. I live in a moment all the time, but like, you know, Not big on location yet since I'm in the country and don't drive. Oh, Florida in the country. That sounds nice though. My buddies are 9 years now. I'm not really interested anymore. That sounds so bad, but I made a commitment and they're staying and get treats and haircuts. I mean, 9 years is a long time. Everyone wants a baby pet until they have to deal with training it. I wish I could buy an apartment building and just rent to responsible dog owners. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? 900 cases in the county. Stay inside, Dina. Just don't touch anything. Just stay inside. Any problem with the chickens and the dog being around each other? Nope, none S. And maybe the dog is too small to hurt the chickens. I think it's a combination of the two things. The dog is barely a dog, and the chickens, most of them were places that already had dogs. Like when I picked up the chickens, there were already dogs there, so the chickens don't seem to be too worried about Thunder, and Thunder, he isn't worried about them. The rooster is going to eventually not like Thunder, and I can feel it. Like, he follows Thunder around, and he's really curious, but all it's going to take is one thing. I don't know what the thing is, but I can see there's going to be a point where the rooster attacks Thunder. But so far, not yet. So he just follows him around. MJ has the biggest crush on Thunder. I didn't want any returns. Yeah, totally. Scrappy. Training your foster puppies so that people will not bring them back. Although, like, people who are like, I'm ready for a puppy, and then return it. It's like, I mean, I'm glad you returned it as a puppy and noticed you're not, like, able to take care of it. But also, like, didn't you Google it? Like, what do I have to do for a puppy? And they'll be like, it's gonna pee and poo all over your house. Like, it's a puppy. If you want an animal that isn't going to pee and poo all over your house, get a cat. Like, what are you doing? Get a cat. Just get a kitten. Or get an old cat. You know how many old cats there are that are just chilling? All of them. If I didn't already have animals, I would take a cat of any age. But with the older cats, I can only introduce kittens and puppies to the house. I mean, fair. We can't bring a cat in, unfortunately. CJ is very against kittens and very against cats. But if CJ were no longer with us, which obviously I would like to not have happen for 10, 15 years if possible, but if when CJ passes away, I'm sure we will have adult cats, and I'm sure when Thunder passes away, we'll get more Chihuahuas. Honestly, I don't even think it's going to be waiting until Thunder passes away. I'm sure we'll get a second dog before that. Sierra, good morning, Sierra. I had to move across country, so I had to rehome 2 of my snakes and my aquariums. I sourced new homes for them, vetted and made sure they were going to good folks rather than throwing them into a shelter. That being said, how many shelters are taking snakes, Sierra? I feel like snakes and fish, I feel like they get moved around so much, and also I don't know that they make the exact same connection to people that I'm sure that the people who love reptiles, I am one of them. I'm sure there are lots who would argue that, oh, I made a very big connection with my Savannah monitor. Yes, but I don't know. I rehomed 2 snakes when Alex and I had snakes because Alex really couldn't love them. So we rehomed them, but we got them in a place that they take them to birthday parties for information. Like they'll live there their whole life. It's like for old snakes, so they'll be okay. I think a cat would be more dangerous to the chickens than the dog. Well, the cat is an indoor cat, so the cat doesn't go outside because he would not come back because he's like a wild animal. But yeah, probably the chickens wouldn't like the cat. But the chickens are stupid because we had a cat come into our backyard last week. The cat that I've been trying to have live in the little cat shelter that Nancy got for us a couple of months ago. I saw her come back through and the chickens were all at the edge of the fence like, hi, what are you doing there? And the cat was like sneaking towards them. So stupid. I had Alex go and chase it away because it was sneaking towards the chickens. I also have sinuses. Oh, geez. I feel like I'm anemic, Dina. I'm either anemic, iron deficiency is anemic, right? Because I'm definitely low iron, that's all I know. Asthma and bronchitis, stay inside. Arthritis and 2 forms of psoriasis. Oh, if you have psoriasis, also stay inside. Uterine fibroids, oh my goodness, just great. You're just surrounded by the invisible illnesses. So no one can see all of the issues, but you're sitting there being like, oh no, I'm in pain all the time. Great. We are having single-digit cases in the whole country per day. Frida, we're in the like 400s, I believe, in just my province. We're entering wave 2. Shelters where I am do accept snakes, not fish though. Oh, that's cool that shelters accept snakes there, Sierra. I don't believe shelters accept snakes here. I think it's just cats, dogs, and small animals. I don't even think they do mice. I think it's just like, I think the smallest rodent is guinea pig. They're never available for adoption anyway. Although I did put my information into our shelter if they get any chickens. Because I am now a hoarder of chickens. It's not a hoarder. I can afford to feed them. I have the space for them to roam safely. I have space for them to free range happily, and I make sure that they are all getting along with one another, and I interact with them multiple times a day. So I'm not being an irresponsible chicken owner, but oh my god, they are like potato chips. You get one and then you're like, I want one, but I want it to be black. I want one, but I want it to be red. I want a speckly one. Is there a striped version? Can I have one that's yellow? That's the next goal, by the way, is me getting a buff Orpington, which is like a beige yellow bird. That's what I want next. And then next year I want to get a white goose that makes noise to keep my chickens safe. So there's that. Australia is slowly reopening its borders. Should be back to normal by November. Not here. We're not opening our borders anytime soon. Sorry. Maybe be done with getting chickens. Scrappy. You sound just like my older sister. Maybe be done with it now. Maybe you have enough chickens. That's how my sister. Maybe that's enough. Hey Alex, do you think we have enough chickens?
Well, we don't have 99 yet, right?
Alex, whenever I say like, can I have a chicken? He'll be like, well, we don't have 99. The limit in our area is 99 chickens, which is insane. Let's be honest, that's insane. But whenever I say like, look at this chicken I found online, he's like, we don't know 99. A goose. Geese get a bad rap, but farm geese can be really cuddly. See, Salem, I raised a goose already, like a wild goose. Don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. But I was young enough that I guess it didn't matter. Plus, I live far enough out that nobody bothers with any of that. Like I tried the robins this year. Nobody's going to bother about it. But anyway, I raised a wild Canadian goose. Just maybe be done with it. Maybe you have enough. That's what my older sister was like, maybe you have enough? And she said it like that. And I was like, maybe. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, so this is my new chicken? She's like, you just had a new chicken. Yes, I think maybe I'm done. Why not go to the 100, silly law? Maybe just for fun, for no reason. Alex likes the chickens too. He does, Sid. He really does. He doesn't collect the eggs. He doesn't pick them up. He talks to them. He'll squat down on the ground and talk to them. But he knows all their names and he knows who likes who. So he's learning all about their social stuff, and I love that. Deanne, good morning, Deanne. Nice to see you. I have 10 chickens and need more. 2 are sweet roosters. We have 2 roosters. You can have my roosters, Deanne. I'm falling in love with them. I'm not naming them actively. They're named Baby and Baby 2. Like, we're not naming them because I don't want to fall in love with them. The problem is, Baby, I love him, so I'm trying not to talk to him as often because he's so cute. Maybe listen to your big sister. Yeah, I feel like she probably has a good bead on it, you know? Dude, that hater's still hating. 1 thumbs down. Every time there's at least that one. Hey, hope you're still here hating on the video. If you just showed up to dislike, why are you still here? Haters gonna hate. Yeah. Anyway, we're having tourists and we get to travel. My parents went to Denmark. Yeah, no. None of that going on here. No USNA allowed inside. Where'd you go?
More importantly, where did the spider go?
No!
There
Oh, don't say that! Alex caught a spider this morning, and it's this big. The body, just the body without the legs, is this big. It's underneath a container. I haven't dealt with it. It's still engagement. Yeah, it is. That's exactly how I said it. Okay, good. I'm glad, Scrappy. But we didn't But didn't we kind of figure out who that hater was? Yeah. That's why I, Scrappy. I got you, Scrappy. I think patting chicken is cute. I don't know if it's advised though. Oh God, I love my chickens. I pick them up, I pat them, I give them baths, I love them. I remember us talking about it on voice chat. Yeah, Scrappy, I'm pretty sure we know who it is. Oh my God, let me post to Discord the spider. You have a spider too? Let me post to Discord the spider. Alex's, I'll take a picture of it after this because it's good. I'm glad. The spider that Alex has captured is not what I want. Not what I want at all. No, that's too many. Oh, it has a smiley face on its thumb. Do you see? Surrounded by black and yellow. It has a smiley face. That's so crazy. Anywho, whoever it is mustn't have had a life then. Go look. Yeah, no thanks. The spider, I'm going to show you the one. I'll post it on Discord after the stream because, whoa. But yeah, Alex caught a huge spider. I don't know what else I was talking about. I have chickens. I love my chickens. The plants are doing well. I really have to pee. Honestly, that's where my brain is going right now, is I have to pee. So I'm going to go. I love you guys. I have had a really good time hanging out with you guys this morning. This has been a fun talk. And I hope you'll come back next week because I'm going to be back. No, these are popping up in my neighborhood. We had black widow issues. Now it's brown widows. Is that what a brown widow is? Are they bad? We got our roosters as sex chicks. We're supposed to be hens. Well, Deanne, I bought mine as hens. They both were roosters. And I bought them because they were stunning, like beautiful birds. I even bought an extra bird from those people to guarantee that they would sell me these two beautiful birds. And I was like, I've never seen a hen so beautiful. Are they laying eggs yet? And the person was like, nope, not yet. They're still too young. And then they turned out to be roosters. They already had names in my heart before we knew they were roosters. Yeah, well, I'm trying to avoid that. I'm just trying. We hadn't named it because it was so beautiful. And I was like, it needs to be the perfect name. And then we found out they were boys. And I was like, thank God, because I would have given it the perfect girl name. Anyway, now it's just baby. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. Drink water, wash your hands, be nice to each other, all the things. And I will see you next week. Thank you for coming by. I hope you take a second to like the video to make up for any dislikes that we end up getting, but you know. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of your day, and ugh, that spider, now it's just gigantic in my screen. Okay, love you, bye!